Hello guys, so welcome to another CS 102 lecture where we'll be learning about infix to postfix. Right, so I have got a new digital writing pad from one of my friends, so some hiccups may occur here and there, but it will be an interesting topic. So infix to postfix is a very important topic and it is very widely used as an engineering application, right? So infix to postfix conversion requires the usage of stacks. I hope you have gone through the lecture of stacks that I had posted when I gave you the 4-week lecture. So let's directly delve into the topic. So what do you mean by infix notation? Like, so let's say to add a and b, right? So we write a plus b, right? Similarly to multiply a and b, we write something like a asterisk b. So the operands, the operators plus and star, right, go between the operands. So here we should remember that a comma b. Let us make it a widescreen. So when I write something like a plus b, right, so a and b are known as operand, right, and plus basically is the operator. So how do you say? I mean, I would always say, because the operator term is common between these, so I would say that remember the term operator, right? So when you know that this is the operator, the remaining ones are operand. So operands are something on which the operator operates, right? A funny sentence, but this is how it works. So when you write a plus b, a is an operand, plus is the operator, and b again is the operand, right? So the operators plus and asterisk or multiplication go in between the operands a and b, right? So if you see, it goes in between the operands a and b, right? So notice the word in between, and that is how we get a infix notation, right? Things will be more clear when you see more examples of what is postfix and what is prefix. Now see what is prefix. So when you say prefix means before it. So the word pre means it comes from the word previous. It is before it. So now let us say one thing. So I am writing a plus b. This is in between. In between a and b. So this implies this is infix. Okay. Okay, so now we are coming to prefix notation. So instead of saying a plus b, we could say add a comma b, right? That is meaning the same. For humans it is easy, right? You just say a, add ab, so you know ki a plus b has to be added. So then we will write in such a case plus ab, or you say multiply ab, then what it would be written as multiply ab, which is equivalent to, for us humans it is a into b. But now if you say, when I write this directly, multiply AB will be multiply is this A comma B, right? Now you can see the operator is before the operands, right? It is before the operands. So this is called as prefix notation, right? Infix because it was in between, prefix because it is previous to the operands, right? So it would be star a comma b. This is prefix. And now we have a postfix notation. So let us see what happens with postfix. So if we have an operation like this, so this is in between. Hence it is in fix. Now then we look at prefix. So this is previous to the operands, right? So this is prefix. And now we have, let's say, AB plus, right? So now this is post. As we say, post processing of the video means once the video is made, you can post process it. So it's a later process, just like a suffix. So this becomes a postfix notation, right? So you get the idea, just simple English. Infix because in between, prefix because it is previous to the operands, and postfix. Okay, we just see some examples here. Pointer options, erase all slides. So now you can see AB plus, right? This is known as postfix because the operator plus asterisk, all these things are post the operands. right? Now we would say, why do you actually require this? We don't do mathematics in this fashion, right? We will come to it. So we have something called as parenthesis also. So everybody knows in mathematics, when we did class 2 3 maths, we had used the use of parenthesis. So now let us take this example. Let us do directly on the pen. So when I say 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, so we know the BODMAS rule that we studied in the school. So bracket, exponential, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So obviously inherently this will be processed first. So we have 2 into 3 into 5 is 15. Finally the expression will give out the value 17 to me. But it is also possible, let's say there was no rule called BODMAS, and a person who is new to addition and subtraction, he or she may even do like this: 2 plus 3, which is 5, and then multiplied by 5. That makes it 25, right? So both the answers are possible in this case, right? Now to avoid this confusion, the mathematicians came up with the concept of brackets. So what happens in brackets is, now I will write 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, right? So now we know that bracket needs to be operated first. So now it is clear that 2 plus 3 into 5 is 15 and the answer is 17. Now there is no more confusion. Similarly, for the other expression, I will write 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5. So this becomes 5 multiplied by 5, which is 25. Now which kind of expression this is? See, the operator has a left hand side operand and a right hand side operand. So this becomes infix, right? This is an infix operator. The same example. So you may evaluate 2 plus 3 first, which will give you 25, and if you do the multiplication first, that gives you 17. So because of infix notation, see, you can see here we have 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5. I will look at the operator. I have something on the left hand side, I have something on the right hand side. So my operator is in between. So this becomes an infix expression. Similarly, 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, you can see to the operator there is something on the left hand side and there is something on the right hand side. So again an infix operation. Okay, we will look more into infix, prefix, postfix. So the point here was, we need to just have the parenthesis used so that we make the equations or we make the expression unambiguous, right? So this is an important point here. Infix notation requires parenthesis. Now what do I mean by this? Don't prefix and postfix require? That we will see later on. They basically do not require any sort of parenthesis, and this is how your scientific calculators and computers actually work. So now let us come to the postfix notation. Prefix are also widely used, but mostly the higher usage is of postfix application. So now if you can see, there is a postfix notation, right? So first let me give you a very simple example. So when you write a plus b, this is infix. The equivalent postfix would be, move this plus to the post side, so it will become ab plus. Similarly, let's say I write 5 multiplied by 3, this is infix. What will be the equivalent expression for postfix? Because it is post, this will go here. So I write 5, 3 and this cut pastes here. So this becomes a postfix. Can you guess what will be the prefix? So what is pre? Pre is before. So we have 5 into 3. So this star will move here. So star 5 3 will be the prefix of it. Let us take one more example. 5 multiplied by 8. Right? This is infix because to the left and the right there are few things. Right? So when I write this star to the left, that means previous to 5 and 8. Previous means pre and fix is common. Similarly, 5 into 8. When I move this here, 5 and 8 comes together and the star. Right? So again 5 multiplied by 8 This is infix. When I take this star here, this becomes a postfix expression. Now you may say if there can be multiple cases, right? So let us do one thing. Let us have this expression, right? 2 plus 3 into 5. So by our basic BODMAS rule, right, in general, A plus B, the postfix will be AB plus, or in very general, A operator B, right? This can be plus, minus, multiplication, divide, anything. So the postfix will be A, this goes here, B and the operator, right? So let us go again. So we have A plus B, this is the infix, and postfix. So this will become AB plus. A minus B, see this is post, hence everything is going after the expression. If it would have been prefix, then I would have the plus here, minus here. Let us write the equivalent: prefix plus AB minus AB asterisk AB, right? So now this is prefix. So let us say we have an expression 2 plus 3 into 5, right? By our BODMAS rule that we studied in the schools, we know that multiplication has to be carried out first. So 3, let us complete this expression. This is an infix. Now I am converting into a postfix expression. So 3 into 5, we already saw what is A into B is AB plus. So let us go stepwise. So 2 plus 3 into 5, right? So this will come here. So it becomes 3 5 asterisk. Okay. Now let us assume this to be something like Z, right? Or let us take it Y. So what is the expression now? We have 2 plus Y. Okay, is the expression. So 2 plus Y, what is the postfix? 2Y plus. But what was Y in our case? It was 3 5 asterisk. So now I replace it 3 5 asterisk. This was Y and plus. Finally I remove the parentheses because they don't have any value in postfix expression, right? So I started with this expression 2 plus 3 multiplied by 5, and I came up with this particular expression. Okay, I understand for the very first timers, almost everybody who are seeing this for the first time may find it a bit confusing, but slowly and steadily when we see the algorithm and all those things, these things will automatically get clear. This is basically showing the evaluation that we will look at it later. Okay, so this is the order of precedence. Okay, as I already said, so this is the exponent, something like 2 raised to 5, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, right? Or 7 raised to 2, which is equal to 49. So this is the highest precedence, and then we have the asterisk, the multiplication, then we have the slash, plus and minus, right? The precedence is important because it will help us to get the postfix expression of it. Remember one thing here, basically the order is like this. These both are having equal precedence. Similarly, plus and minus again have the equal precedence. But as we will see in the example, it depends on their placements also. So we will cover many examples, and I think this is best taught using example approach only. And then we will look how stacks actually help us in evaluating all these stuff. This is the algorithm. Okay, don't fear. First we will see the expression, solve it, and then we will see how easy it is. Only stepwise writing is this. Okay, so now let us see how to use stack to convert an infix to postfix, right? Forget the algorithm. We will just see a simple example. So remember one thing, we have, So operands are 2, 3, all those numbers. Operator are, I am writing in the preference order. This is cap, slash, plus and minus, right? And now let us do one thing. So what you do, you initialize a stack, okay, and keep an array for expression. So we say here postfix expression. So when you have an input like this 2 plus 3, right, this is an infix expression, I need to convert into postfix. So what does the algorithm say is like, you start from left to right, right? So we have, okay, let me make it white, erase everything. So I start with 2, so you can see 2 plus 3, I begin from left to right, right? And what we do on the stack, we only push the operators. So your stack will only contain operator, stack, slash, plus and minus, okay? So what happens here is, and we have an output expression. See now how this goes. So once I read 2, is 2 an operator? No, operators are only star, slash, plus, minus and of course exponent. So what we do, we just put our output expression. By output I mean postfix output expression. So I just see the 2 and keep it in the output expression. Then what I see plus, right? So let me do one thing, I will just design the example. So this expression is infix, right? So I will have my stack here. Stack can only contain the operators, and then I have a expression. So initially I start with a 2, right? So 2 is not an operator, so I just simply write 2 in the postfix expression. See, you already know that when I am writing 2 plus 3, the postfix will be 2, 3 plus, because a plus b has ab plus as the expression. Now what happens? I come across plus. So plus will go into the stack, right? So your stack top now is plus. What is next? 3. 3 is not an operator, so I will just put beside the postfix expression. Now what happens? Your string is empty, right? Empty, I mean end of string. So at the end of string, what I do? Pop all from stack, right? So when you pop this, what will happen? The expression will become 2, 3 plus, which is same as that you thought, right? Once again, we will just see another example of how it works. This was the most simplest example that I could come up with. Okay, again, so let's say we have an expression 7 into 9, right? So you already know postfix, this will go here, so it will be 79 star. But how to solve it algorithmically? So let us take a stack. Stack will only contain operand, this, plus and minus, and I have postfix expression. Postfix expression. So initially I will read from left to right. So I start with 7. 7 is not any of the operators, so I will just write 7 in the postfix expression. Oh, I lost it. Right, 7 into 9. So we have a stack and we have a postfix expression. The stack will only contain operators and these. Postfix expression will contain the postfix output. So I start from left to right. I read 7 first. Cannot belong to any of these, right? My stack is empty at the start, so I write 7 as it is. Then I come across asterisk. Asterisk is there? Yes, asterisk can be there in the stack. So I just put an asterisk. This is my stack top. And then I have 9. 9 cannot be any of the operators, so I just write 9 here. My string ends, end of string. So what I do at the end of the string, I just pop everything from the stack. So everything is popped out and this is the output. Also you know that when you have a string called a plus b, the expression will be ab plus for postfix. I hope the example is clear to you. So we will come across more complex examples. Okay, so let us take some few examples here now. Okay, so we have 2 plus 3 into 4. So we have 2 plus 3 into 4. Okay, so now remember, because now this expression has two operators, right? And what is the order of precedence? This is the highest, followed by multiplication, followed by this, and this is the lowest, right? So this is the lowest and this is the highest, right? So I will go through the algorithm once again later, but I will just show how this works. So now again I will have a stack that has only operators. This is division and then the expression. Since we are dealing with postfix, so now let us start from low. Okay, I lost it. Okay, 2 plus 3 into 4. Okay, now let us do one thing. So we will keep here stack. Stack can contain this asterisk, division, plus and minus, and we have something called postfix expression. Okay, we will scan this string from left to right, and we have a stack. So here there will be a slight change in the rule, as we were saying only for a plus b, right? Now what happens? So initially I read 2. Okay, 2 is not an operator, so I will just put 2 in the postfix expression list. Now plus is an operator, right? So plus I will put in the stack. So what my stack top becomes is plus. Nothing will come here. Then what I read? I read 3. 3 is not an operator, so 3 will come here, right? Now I come to asterisk, right? All this need to go to stack, right? Now remember one thing, this is a very golden rule. So this is the order of preference, and I will give you a very simple rule. See, now your stack top contains this. The next operator that I come across is asterisk. Now there are two conditions here, right? So see, this is the highest preference and this is the lowest. So since when I have to place this one, right, when I have, see, before this the stack was like this, I had only plus here. Now I encountered another operator which is asterisk. Now check in this list, right? So I will say this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I have plus in my stack already, and now I have encountered asterisk. Now since 4 is greater than 2, right? So assume like this is a senior. Asterisk has more priority than plus. So asterisk can set over plus, but the reverse is not true. That we will see in another example. As of now you remember, like for example, asterisk can set over any of this because it has a higher, because 4 is greater than 3, 4 is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 1. But asterisk cannot sit in a stack having this as a top element. This may be a bit unclear, but we will see 2-3 examples and the thing will get clear. The rule is any operator which is on the stack top can only be placed if the stack top right now has an element lower than this, right? Not even equal, it has to be lower, right? So now asterisk is there on the stack. Now we have 4, right? So the expression ends. So what happens when the expression ends? When the expression ends, you just pop everything from stack. So first asterisk will be popped and then plus will be popped, right? So the expression for this is this and plus. So you can also verify this, right? So we have 2 plus 3 into 4. We know that multiplication has a higher priority. So if this is A star B, what would this become? 3 4 star. Assume this to be y. So this becomes 2y plus, and now let us substitute y. What was y? 2 3 4 star and plus. See, now this expression is same as this expression. So you got the idea? So it's not difficult. It is just you have to remember that every operator has to be put on the stack, all other things in the postfix expression. And while entering into the stack, you have to remember that if an operator on the stack top has a lower priority, then the higher priority can sit over it, right? So this can sit over this, 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 this can sit over this also, because basically this can sit over all of this, right? So this is how it works.